Welcome back to a real quick video. This will be probably the last one for the day. Passport Bros bringing back HIV, 84,000 cases. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Shout out to my new subscribers. I really appreciate y'all. Thank you. But to me, this is a damn shame. Y'all niggas go out the country to a third world country where they really don't believe in condoms and don't have condoms in some countries, and y'all have sex with these women with no protection that you don't know, and then you come back here and give your wife or significant other, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, HIV. Come on, it's time out for that. But anyway, let's get off into it. Public discourse suggests a link between passport bro trend and to HIV risk due to increased casual and often unprotected sexual encounters with new partners abroad. Travelers engaged in sex overseas face a higher risk of contracting HIV along with other STIs. The passport passport pro trend includes Western men traveling to foreign countries, particularly Latin America, and y'all ending up over unalive, and like when you go to Colombia or you know Brazil, particularly in Latin America, Southeast Asia, and Eastern Europe, to find partners for dating and marriage. The men who identify with the label often express a preference for a woman they perceive as more feminine or traditional, or submissive. That's the word, submissive, compared to women in their home countries. Travelers involved in passport road trend often face a higher risk of HIV and STIs. Travelers, and particularly men, are more likely to have casual sexual partners abroad, with a high proportion of those encounters being unprotected. Individuals may feel less inhibited while traveling and may be unaware of local HIV STI rates. Passport bros, such as in sub-Saharan Africa, HIV prevalence is significantly higher than in Western countries. Exploitive dynamics often present in passport bro relationships can place foreign partners in vulnerable positions where economic pressure may discourage insisting on safe sex. I just said that. Access to reliable condoms purchased in other countries may not meet quality standards of those from a traveler's home country. Health authorities recommend travelers bring their own supply of condoms. Some travelers, including passport bros, have been linked to medical tourism for STI treatments, such as drug resistant strains of gonorrhea. So they saying use condoms, consider prep before you go. Stop the contract of HIV, get vaccinated, which I ain't for, but that's for you. Vaccinations for hepatitis A and B, which can spread through sexual contact. Travelers can consult with a healthcare provider to see if they're eligible. Get tested after returning. Anyone who has had a sexual partner while traveling should get tested for STI, including HIV. All right, like I said, this is going to be quick and we're going to get into it. Oh, it's only two videos and I'm done. Let me delete this. It's only two videos. Cool. And this is in Dominican Republic.
Because you're looking for drugs for girls and because you think you're going to be able to do everything with any kind of trouble, then it's a very, very, very dangerous place to go to.
And I'm keeping it a book. I got yesterday. And chicks Medic Jeans. 84,000 new cases that are reported
This
from
is
people that
Anton
actually got
Daniels.
tested in 2024 alone. Now, let's be honest. Dating in 2025 sucks. Men are tired of dealing with American women, so what they're doing is they're going overseas where they feel like they're being loved. They feel like they get that submissiveness from overseas, and they tell other men that are going through things with American women. They tell them you need to go overseas. Places like Colombia, DR. We call these guys the passport bros. Dudes that have passport go to different countries looking for women, and then come back here, they live life, and they act like it never happened. See, the part that they don't tell you about a lot of these beautiful women is that they're asking for money. These are escorts. They are working. But before we get into that, here's some clips from the passport bros. Mommy, what's up? What's up? Yeah, maybe. What's your name? Diana. Diana. Oh my God. Yo. You got WhatsApp? Not right now, because I'm going to meet my friend. Go pick him up for breakfast. I mean, for lunch. I will. I will. I will. Yeah, I'm not famous. You're not in here. How are you doing today, Nana? Hey, guys. Doing all right? I'm here with my friend. You got a name here? I got my man Gary right here. What's up, Gary? How's it going, man? What's up, good man? Enjoying yourself? I'm enjoying myself. We got some more beautiful ladies right here. Hello, how are you doing? Good, and you? I'm doing well. We have another one right here. What's your friend's name? What's your friend's name? Hi. What's your name? How are you?
Mark, can you take me to
What's
6
up,
one?
man?
I said we're leaving at 3:15. I'm trying to finish this video.
So it's not that women see you as more attractive overseas. No, they're working and they understand
Facts.
what you're traveling out here to get.
And they
Now, some
working.
dudes answering dudes FaceTimes, and then after 5, she's sleeping with a whole bunch of guys because this is for them to make a living or to bring the money back to their pimp. So how, as a passport bro, are you keeping yourself protected? Some may say, oh, I wear a hat on my Johnson down there, by wearing a bondo. But what if you get drugged and she gives you oral, or
Facts.
you kiss her on the lips? And I can already hear some guys. So that's why you ask them for an STD test. Y'all are not from these countries. Y'all don't know what paperwork is legit, what
Facts.
paperwork isn't legit. You traveled all the way out here. They can show you any document and you're gonna feel comfortable with, okay, well, they all say negative, but they really just created that on some type of PDF. This is all part of the business. While your plan is anywhere there's a consumer, there is a finesser on the other side. So if your
Facts.
plan is to go out there and get cheeks and get women, there's people out there that understand you're coming out here to get cheeks, and they're creating their business model. They're thinking about all the possible things that can go wrong and what questions you might ask and how they can possibly get you. So now I want to look at the dark side of being a passport bro.
As a Colombian, I always get asked if Colombia is a safe place to go to. And let me tell you something. If you're going to Colombia because you genuinely want to get to know the people, the culture, and the places, then it's an amazing time. It's very safe. You're gonna have a great experience. But if you're going to Colombia because you're looking for the passport bro experience, because you're looking for drugs for girls, and because you think you're gonna be able to do everything with any kind of trouble, then it's a very dangerous place to go to. You might die. I wouldn't recommend it.
All right, y'all, so to recap, we have a 26-year-old gentleman who presents to your ER after noticing that he developed a very strange rash. A few months ago, he states that he was overseas slanging schlong, having multiple sexual encounters with various women. Since this trip, he developed a painless lesion on his lip as well as his genitalia that went away on his own, and also developed a rash on the palms of his hands and the soles of his feet. Although there are several diagnoses to be considered, one diagnosis that I would be concerned about is syphilis. Syphilis.
Yep, I was gonna say it was syphilis.
The first stage, or primary syphilis, presents as a papule wherever the microorganism
chicks from Medellin off of Tinder. So I brought them to my crib, and then I was trying to surprise my boy, and then eventually they us. And guys, they took everything.
They drugged y'all.
They took my iPad, they took my MacBook, they took my iPhone 13 Pro,
That's what you get.
Samsung S20. They took my drone. They took pretty much took my credit card.
Passport bros and passport sis, right? And so a lot of these people are going over there and they are trading diseases with each other, similar to how they were doing in Atlanta, similar to how they was doing in Houston, because box is cheap. Now, this is not the time for us to go back and forth and be having a conversation about whether or not you dig.
See, y'all traveling over there because box is cheap, but it's also cheap to catch an STD. Something that's cheap, the value usually is low, so a lot of people can access it. Think about all the dudes that had came before you. A lot of the dudes that I seen these passport bro videos, these are not the most attractive brothers. Like, these are like the dude.
That's a fact.
All of y'all baby daddy, boyfriends, husbands, cousins, brothers, uncles, and daddies was all in Cartagena this weekend. I traveled to Cartagena to meet one of my friends who was traveling from Ecuador just for the weekend. It was my first time in Cartagena, and my God in heaven, y'all did not lie about the passport, bro. Baby, I got off the plane. I didn't know where I was at. It was black men as far as the eye could see. I took a little video while I was in the immigration line. They was grouped up and duped up. You hear me? The line was at least 2 hours long to get through immigration.
This is Anton Daniels.
I'm not lying, right hand to God. They probably had 5 women in this immigration line. Everybody else was black men. And I said, oh, there's a story here. I mean, they was coming in groups. The group that was in front of me was a group of 10, bitch. A group of 10 that came from Philly. How I knew they was from Philly? Because I could hear their accent. I could hear them talking. I was looking at them and lying download Tinder. I said, the people did not fucking lie.
Well, wait. So, when you go to these other countries, and I'm genuinely asking a question because I am not aware. When you go to these other countries, you can download an app that is serviced in that country. Like, is
Facts.
it a separate app?
It's
Does
Tinder,
it
the same
have
one here.
translation? Is it from Sasua? Right? So they switching over from the Dominican Republic to Colombia. And now from Colombia over to Thailand. And I've also heard some passport bros, I forgot some of their names, but I've also heard some of the passport bros and some of the guys that have channels that's dedicated to it, speaking about how certain places are becoming saturated, that the locals or the people there are starting to get sick of it and stuff like that, or some people want the money, but they don't necessarily want the craziness that goes along with it, and that it's becoming more of a ring that the government is capitalizing off of. And another thing that I also heard was that there was a lot of setups that was happening in Colombia in particular. I didn't hear about anywhere else. Last year I did a video.
Yup. They drugging them, taking everything that we just seen.
Oh, he was in a line in the immigration. I'm like, wait a minute. He don't seem like the type of person that'll participate, but I'm putting it to pass. I don't know why that's so funny.
I'm speechless.
Shit! What is going on over there? Oh, this is like spring break time. What is happening? Dog, listen.
I'm telling you, they going and bringing back HIV and other sexually transmitted diseases. They are. Oh shit, I deleted the wrong damn video. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Hit that like button.